Yo, it's your boy Casual Real with the Silent A podcast. And man, we're back with another one and a quick one at that. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got some time. We appreciate that love. And for this, let's get straight into it. It's your 3-minute fight drill, your 3-minute fight breakdown. And for this, we got the likes of Vergil Ortiz, Erickson Lubin, November 8th, 2025, getting it on down in the DFW. How do we see this fight going? Yeah, we're going to rock with the favorite, the hometown favorite at that, Mr. Vergil Ortiz, to take this one. How? TKO stoppage, win, probably between rounds 8 through 10, and why? Persistent power. Let's get into it. Yeah, you heard us right. The hometown favorite, Vergil Ortiz, should take this fight. Is the favorite, better be the favorite, right? He's a consistent fighter. Activity's consistent. His power is consistent. He's perceived to be the bigger power puncher in this fight tonight. But more importantly, he lets his hands go. He is consistent. He's got that dog mentality. He's got that killer mentality. He's willing to go out on his shield. We saw the fight with Boachuk, knocked down 2 to 3 times, first time in his career, getting up and never quitting, sticking behind the game plan and letting his hands go, more importantly, and believing in his power. We saw the fight with Madrimov. Broke that man down. Again, consistent power, consistent output. And one thing I think we need to focus on, we always talk about the power of Vergil, but he does have the speed advantage as well. And speed in boxing is king. Speed is everything. You combine speed with power, you got a dangerous man. You combine that with a man that doesn't know how to quit, doesn't know how to give up, keeps letting his hands go, and is willing to go out on his shield, and doesn't know how to lose yet. That is an even more dangerous fighter to go up against, especially when he's got a carrot in front of him in the likes of Jerron Boots Ennis. A big payday fight, a big fight next year, 2026, in front of his hometown. Lubin's got his work cut out for him, but don't play Lubin for sure. I believe this will be a fight of the year contender, as Mr. Lubin himself, 2 hard losses in his career, but they're 2 good losses against 2 good men. Jermell Charlo, set him back with that first round knockout. It was vicious. It was placed right. I mean, it was just a terrible situation for Mr. Lubin, but he bounced back to take on the likes of Mr. Fundora later on after a 6-fight win streak against a towering inferno that many in the 154-pound division will struggle against. He took him on and never quit, never surrendered, had to get stopped himself by the ref and the corner at that. He took a lot of damage, but he gave a lot of damage out. And that's why I see this being a fight of the year contender. Looking at how Lubin looked at the weigh-in, he looked good. He looked strong. He looked ready to go. His energy was at an all-time high. Why? He said it in his interview. He's already taken losses. He already knows how to lose. He has nothing to lose here, but a lot to gain. A man that's already, familiar with defeat, but not afraid of it, is a dangerous man as well. That means this man is coming to take what you got. You've got something that he wants, and that's that Boots in his fight, another big payday to get himself back into contention. And more importantly, you got a guy that's got high skills. Lubin is nothing to play with. He is a good underdog and a good underdog to ride with in this fight. Why? Again, he is resilient. He can take a lot of punches, but that's also why I got him losing this fight. His defense starts to lack later on in the fight. Fatigue makes cower of all men, but for Lubin, he kind of just throws care to the wind when it comes to putting his offense out, right? He's willing to take some shots to get some off. And I think that's going to be a detriment against a guy like Vergil Ortiz, who already has the speed advantage and perceived power advantage. I think Lubin's going to start out early, rounds 1 through 3, using that energy that he had, carrying it over from the weigh-in. He looked good. He looked strong. He looked ready to go. He's ready to step into this backyard and cause an upset. And you saw Vergil a little flat while he was at that weigh-in, but I think that's just normal Vergil. He's going to get that energy in him. He's going to get that dog mentality in him. I think he's going to stay calm, cool, collected throughout the fight, let his hands go. Again, back to the fight, rounds 1 through 3, I see Lubin, putting it out there, getting that output going and letting his hands go. But between rounds 4 through 7, I think Vergil, that cool, calm, and collected, is going to let his hands go, start picking them apart and letting that speed take over with the power. I think he's going to get in and break around that guard of Lubin and start bringing them hands down low. I think he's going to dig to the body early. As those hands drop, he's going to go over top and start at will picking apart Lubin with overhand rights. I do see Vergil getting dropped in this fight by an off-balance shot. Don't get me wrong. It'll be an off-balance shot. He won't be hurt. He'll get drop by off balance shots while he's trying to get a little greedy between rounds 4 through 5. And then, step back and understand what's going on and return the favor. And I see Lubin hitting the canvas at least 2 to 3 times in this fight, especially on the way to the TKO stoppage between rounds 8 through 10. I think it's going to be strong early, rounds 1 through 3 again for Lubin. He might take all 3. I think he's going to have the energy advantage. I think Vergil's going to be a little bit nervous, not because of Lubin, but because of the audience, because of the crowd. If you study the history of boxing and seen how this has gone before for a fighter that has a big fight laid out and he fought in front of his hometown crowd, usually he tried to do too much. Usually he tried to outperform. Usually he forgot about the game plan early and tried to get his man up out of there in spectacular fashion, especially after you saw Boots get his man up out of there between round 1. But this is a different fighter. You're fighting a higher caliber fighter that's only lost to the best in the 154-pound division. And I think he's going to realize that between rounds 4 through 5 and understand, like, okay, let me get back to the game plan. I got me a real one here. I got a guy that's resilient, that can take some blows, and it's going to give it out. And he'll get back to his game plan, back to the speed advantage, and again, hooking off to the body, bringing those hands down, and going upstairs, and continuously pick this man apart as the fight goes on, especially as Lubin's energy starts to deteriorate and that confidence starts to break down. Once that confidence goes, it'll be Vergil's game all night. And I don't think the confidence for Lubin will go away until probably rounds 8. That man's resilient. He's consistent. He's going to fight. He's going to let his hands go. It's going to be a good, close fight while it's early anyways, and then it's going to start swaying in the favor of Vergil. That's just the way I see it. I think he's going to stick to his game plan. I think he's going to keep the speed advantage. He knows what's in front of him. He knows he's suffered adversity himself. He's been down his career and he's stuck to the game plan, stuck to the volume, let his hands go. He's got that power. He's got that dog. He's got that mentality up in him. So with that said, I just see Vergil sticking to it, picking Vergil apart. Vergil sticking to it, picking Lubin apart later in this fight. But don't get me wrong. If you try to overshoot, try to throw care to the wind too much, Lubin can cause an underdog upset this night, November 8, 2025, because he has the power to do it, the resiliency to do it. But right now, I just can't see it. And I see Vergil taking this late between rounds 8 through 10, TKO stoppage, ref stoppage, or corner stoppage. That's just how I see it. Too much damage, persistent power, and speed. Speed is king, and fatigue makes cowards of all men, as Lubin would start to drop those hands and the confidence will go. Anyways, we talked too long on this, man. Hit that like button first, comment below, subscribe if you got the time. It's your boy Couch Rebel, Sign A Podcast. Until the next time, peace.